We are live. What's going on, Minties? This is the Uncanny Omar with Near Mint Condition, and today I am joined by this guy right here. This guy. Introduce yourself, guy.
I'm Omnidog. Thank you, Minties, for having me.
You're used to calling people Omni Dogs and Omni Kittens.
My Omnidogs and Omni Kittens. That's right. But I'm here on the Uncanny Omar Near Mint Condition channel.
Yes. So welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the collected editions from Marvel May to August of 2019. And someday I'll learn to write properly. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. The collected editions from Marvel Comics, including Omnibuses, trade paperbacks, graphic novels, and oversized hardcovers from Marvel all the way from May until August of 2020. Now,
August of 2020. Wow.
Yeah, that's like a year away, right? Well, here's the thing: when we have something this early, so
thank you, Slaughter of the Apes. I like you already.
No, he's talking about me. Obviously, I'm the co-host. Me. Anyway,
you're the host.
One of the things to keep in mind is that if you follow the channel and you follow solicitations, you know that Marvel loves sneaking in things in there. I guess sneaking is not the right word. They love putting extra things in the solicitations for a later date. So, or like whenever we had like January's pre-orders at first, like whenever I did the advanced looking of it, like there weren't a few Omnis that were originally not in there, and then they put them in there. So they usually do it sometimes at the last second, sometimes the last minute. So keep that in mind. And one other thing to keep in mind, and I'll remind people as they start trickling in, is that I can't talk about Star Wars. So that's one thing that I can't mention. So we're going to skip those, and I've got those bookmarked here. Mainly because I can tell people why. That stuff has to be approved by somebody other than David. So he was like, it's not a big deal to go over everything else, but just that stuff.
I actually only came here for the Star Wars stuff. So
did you? Okay. Goodbye, nerd. Mad shout out to this guy right here.
Oh, Nashville! I'm sorry to hear about it.
I've been there, my friend. It's horrible, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, but stay strong, dude. I don't want to reveal Nash Villain's real name in case he doesn't want me to, but he's a really nice dude.
He's been here and visited me. He is a good dude.
Yeah. Because Lucas is involved. Maybe because every book has Disney on it. It is what it is, but that's okay. We still have a lot to look at. One other thing I want to do is give a huge shout out to my buddy Patrick and my buddy Brooks. You know Brooks. They always give me the heads up, like, hey, the Hachette catalog is updating again. You may want to see if you can get the catalog from Marvel. And I always thank them, so I told them I'd give them a shout out. I only came here for Omar's assistant. Look, you have a following, man. Look at this.
Yeah, man. I saw that on the CBR boards, my worth was being questioned. Somebody sent it to me.
That don't go to boards anymore. Don't do that.
I didn't either, and it was being sent to me. They're like, this guy serves no real purpose. And I'm like, oh, right, I made the CBR boards.
And they finally agree with your wife. You serve no real purpose.
But I will say some guys stood up for me and said, he's not that bad. So I'll take that.
Hey, I'll take he's not that bad. That's how I got through school. He's not that bad. It's right above.
That's how all my girlfriends treated me. So I'll take it.
So that's a plus.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna look at May and then June. So let me go ahead and make sure I'm sharing the right screen first. And I'm glad you got yours all fixed, right? You got all your screen fixed?
I did, yeah. I upgraded my system, and it required to stream some assistance from StreamYard. They were really good about it. They popped right on and fixed it for me, and
it's really cool. Those guys are, I want to say they're Canadian, right? They're out of Canada.
You got me. I don't know. Good day. I don't know.
I'm not sure why you would know.
No.
All right, so let's share the screen. Let me know when you all could see it now, and let me know which way you all like it better. If it's like this, if you like us on the side, or if you just want us to just share the main screen.
Oh.
You all let me know. And let me know when you can see this. Or actually, Jess, I can't see what they're saying, so you let me know.
You want me to tell you if they want to see us on the screen too?
I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they just care about this, so
Chat,
it's not a big deal.
if you'd like to see us on the screen too, or just the title.
And let me see if this is big enough too.
Because if you see us, that means you see me, your favorite assistant, as well as Omar. Or you can just see Scream, Curse of Carnage, Volume 1 trade paperback. Okay, Omni Puppy says, have your pictures on the side. Side for sure, so we can see all as well. On the side, on the side.
Okay, on the side it is. Give me 1 second.
Obviously want to see Jess, since that's why so many came, apparently. Ha ha. My buddy.
There we go. Okay. You guys asked for it, so there we go. It's on the side. Pull this up again.
You're good, buddy.
All right. We are on the side. So we are looking at May. Again, keep in mind that things are subject to change too, whether it's the date or whether, and more than likely, they're going to add a lot more books. And like I said, I can't talk about Star Wars. So Scream, Curse of Carnage, Volume 1. This is coming out during the time that Absolute Carnage was out. So this is containing that miniseries. And since we're going through 4 months, I'm not going to be able to talk about each book unless somebody stops me and asks me to talk about something. Or Jess.
Can you talk about, I do have a question.
Already? Okay.
Okay. About this Carnage bit. Are there going to be like 1 million trade paperbacks regarding this Curse of Carnage?
You mean Absolute Carnage?
Absolute Carnage. This is already Scream, Curse of Carnage. Are there going to be a bunch of trade paperbacks regarding this event?
Of course there are.
Okay.
But maybe by the end of this episode, you'll be like, oh, I know what to buy now. I got you, man. I'll make a suggestion. I'll make a strong suggestion. Okay.
Whoa.
So there goes the first question. Scream, Curse of Carnage. Steranko. Like some of these have already been leaked, by the way. And this is the king size book. So it's huge. It's like the Kirby king size book. And that's the contents right there. This one is the same price. And it's the same dimensions as the X-Men Jim Lee. So it's $100. 151 through 168. And Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 1, 2, and 3, and 5. Steranko, Game Changer. For that title and Marvel. Then we have Cloak and Dagger, Omnibus, Volume 1. I love seeing Volume 1s because it always gives me the hope that there's going to be more. I'm excited about this one. I know some people, when we were doing this live the last time, were indifferent about it.
I know less than nothing about Cloak and Dagger.
Let's see here. And then we have Donny Cates, Venom, Island. This is Volume 4, continuing the Donny Cates run. And what is this? 2099 Companion. So this has all the little one-shots that came out this year. So this is 2099 the Companion, collecting all these little one-shots. Continuing the Amazing Spider-Man 2099. This is the ongoing series by Nick Spencer. No, the Amazing Spider-Man series by Nick Spencer, rather. And no solicitations yet, as far as I know, for an oversized hardcover of that, if you're wondering, because I'm wondering the same thing. Okay. Then we have Morbius, which we've known about, the Omnibus, and we know there's going to be 2 covers. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the first 12 issues of Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is collected in the Marvel Select hardcover editions. Miles Morales Volume 3. This is the new series by Saladin Ahmed. And then we have a Morbius trade paperback. This is collecting the new 2019 series. It's a cool cover.
That is.
I'm excited about this right here. This is Astonishing X-Men Companion. Not too excited about the cover because that's Patli. Not a fan, but hey, whatever. So this collects the remaining issues because we got X-Men Unlimited I think I explained it on my videos, and I don't know if you know, it's an anthology series, right? It came out in the 90s, and then it was revamped later on in like 2003, 2004. So that's what this is. But on top of that, it's collecting the remaining issues of that series that were orphaned. That was never collected before, 2 through 14. On top of that, we're also getting giant size X-Men 3 through 4. And those are the stories by Joss Whedon and Neil Adams. And Dave Cockrum was supposed to originally have drawn it, but he got sick, and then eventually, he passed away, sadly. And then Salvador Roca draws one, I think. So that stuff hasn't been collected I think it's just been collected in the giant size X-Men hardcover, but not in trade paperback format. So I'm excited about that. And then continuing the What If collection, complete collection. This is the classic. Volume 4, collecting issues 36 through 47. So I hope after they get done with this is just me speculating. I hope they do an omnibus, and I hope they give us the 90s What If classics, because that was my stuff. Then we have X-Men Milestones, Necrotia. This is another crossover event. This is kind of like right before the ending of Yost and Kyle's run on X-Force. So this is their crossover event. But it was all the X titles, and it's one of the Milestone books. It is, how much is this one? $39.99, but it has 448 pages. Captain Marvel, really dig that cover. You still with me, Jess?
I'm reading some of the chat just to see if there's any questions that need to be asked.
Look at best co-host ever. All right, Captain Marvel Volume 3. This is the Kelly Thompson run. I have not read it yet, but I like Kelly Thompson.
Yeah.
We'll see. Continuing Avengers by Jason Aaron, Volume 6 in trade paperback format. This is another series I'm surprised it didn't go into oversized hardcover.
Yeah.
Conan the Serpent War. Is that Pacheco? That looks like Carlos Pacheco. This is this miniseries. So it's Jim Zub and Scott Eaton and Steven Segovia. I guess I was wrong about the cover. I could have sworn that was him. This is some of the internal artwork.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Man, that's gorgeous. I hope eventually all this stuff gets an omnibus, but who knows? Who knows when that will be. Deadpool Volume 1. This is the new Kelly Thompson run. The first 5 issues. And Chris Bacalo.
Oh, what a great team.
Yeah, I can't wait for this series. I'm excited about it. I really like her, and I like the way that she wrote Deadpool in that issue, or those issues of Gambit and Rogue. Or I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. X. Marvel Monograph, The Art of Mark Brooks. I think this is one that everybody has been looking forward to because he's a huge fan favorite. Miss Marvel Meets the Marvel Universe, and this is those little graphic novel books for usually for kids. So I didn't know they were doing this until now. So last time when we looked at January, we knew they were doing a Dawn of X Volume 1, right? And I explained to you what it was. It was pretty much every single first issue of the new X-Men. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Still with me. Good.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Volume 6, and this collects all the 6 issues. And if you look to the side here, they've done a collection for each of the issues. So Dawn of X2 will contain all the second issues, 3, and so on. I didn't know they were doing that. I thought they were just going to do it as a one-shot to get people, interested in the series. And maybe they'll go pick up the series and trade paperback later on, because we're also getting trades of this stuff. So that's a pretty interesting way to collect these. I don't think I've seen that. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I don't think I've seen that either at Marvel or at DC.
I've never heard of that way of marketing a book. So that's going to be all. So they're going to do first issue, second issue, 3rd through 6 in trade paperbacks. It's not going to be. So if you want to read Marauders 1 through 6, you need to get all these 6 trade paperbacks.
Unless you just want to read Marauders, then you can get the Marauders trade paperback, because those are still coming out.
Ah, got it.
But I guess if you're trying it out and you're like, yeah, it's an interesting way of collecting monthly titles. I'll say that. Now, I've never seen either DC or Marvel collect books this way. Not like this.
So there still will be regular trades and this.
Yes, boss.
Okie doke. Because the chat was wondering about
that. Yep. Okay, so then we have League of Legends, Zed, trade paperback. Those are pretty popular amongst the people that play those games. And then Yondu trade paperback, which I honestly no idea it was even a series. Did you know it was a series?
Wait,
Wait, I'm asking you.
You're asking me.
Sorry. Let me see. I think while I was trying to avoid the Star Wars stuff, I may have missed a couple of things. Let me see.
Show them.
So this is Spider-Verse Spider Zero, collecting Spider-Verse 1 through 6. This just shows some of the internal artwork. Tarot, Avengers Defenders trade paperback. This is the stuff by Alan Davis, the 4-issue miniseries. But the artist is Paul Renaud. It's a cool cover. And okay, we knew about these two.
Right.
But now we have the exact the corrected solicitations for Thor. So this is Thor by Jason Aaron, Volume 4. It is issues 1 through 11. It's only $34.99, but it is the oversized format. So it's the new Thor. Nice. We were speculating what was going to be, and the book, when it was originally solicited for $50, I think, but we were wrong. And yes, I skipped over this. So let's look at this real quick. Heroes Reborn, Avengers. This is the stuff by Rob Liefeld, Jeff Loeb, Jim Valentino. Fantastic Four, Epic Collection by Ben Betrayed. And this contains issue 68 through 87 of the FF. And then Marvel Masterwork Spectacular Spider-Man Volume 3, collecting Spectacular Spider-Man 32 through 42. Like I said, we've been through some of that stuff. So, and then between these pages is Star Wars. So I can't look at that. So let's look at June. Moving to the month of June. This is the X-Men and Fantastic Four trade paperback. Apparently they're having another hardcover, or I'm sorry, another miniseries. And is that supposed to be? Oh, I like Chip Zdarsky, and the artist is Terry Dodson.
Oh, great!
It's a good team.
Great cover.
I'm not sure who that's supposed to be on that cover. I thought it was going to be about Franklin Richards, but that dude has black hair. Interesting. Okay. Let's hope it's Bolt. Anybody remember Bolt from the New Warriors? He died in Weapon X. Anyway. Doctor Strange is getting a trade paperback collection. This is the Mark Waid run. This is Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme. Collecting the first 5 issues of that. I hope Mark Waid's run gets an oversized hardcover treatment because we had Jason Aaron and then we had Donny Cates. So here's hoping. Now this I found really interesting. So we know that the Dark Horse Conan books are known as epic collections. That's how Marvel has been reprinting those. But the Conan, the classic Marvel years, it looks like they're doing complete collections instead of epic collections. No difference, really. I don't think so. Even the price is sometimes the same. But this collects 320 pages. It is issues 1 through 13, and then some of Chamber of Darkness 4, and it's $34.99. But I guess it's weird. The classic Conan stuff by Marvel is now going to be collected in complete collection, and then the Dark Horse stuff is going to be collected in epic collection. And we're getting a Marvel portfolio art germ, and I'm assuming this is going to be a hardcover. I don't have any of these portfolios, so I don't know what they are.
They're sort of
they're huge pieces of posters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, full color reproductions of some of his most iconic works. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, it's got to be huge. Look at the trim size, and then it's only 12 pages. So it's $50. So I guess they're giant portfolio pieces. Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. I had no idea about this series. So it's co-written by Donny Cates, but it's Dennis Hopeless. He wrote it. And Jeff Shaw, who I really like because he's always teamed up with Donny Cates. But also on art is Scott Hepburn. Pretty cool cover. I thought that was Yondu, but probably not. Avengers, Live, Cree, or Die. Now, this is an interesting collection because when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's an epic collection. But it's not. It is just a collection of the Kree Empire during Bob Harris's years. So it collects 365, 378 to 379. And then Quicksilver, Iron Man, and then stuff from material from the Avengers 364 and 366. And so some of that stuff was written by Kurt Busiek. but most of it was all Bob Harris. And then Carol Danvers, or Captain Marvel, The Many Lives of Carol Danvers. I think this just goes through how much of a complex history she's had in the Marvel universe. So we've had the two epic collections, the Carol Danvers years, and we've had the Omnibus. And this is stuff that kind of happens afterwards and in between. So it's when like she was turned into binary, when she lost her powers, when she came back as Warbird. So it's all in here. It's an interesting collection.
Sounds cool.
If you're not familiar with the character, it's one of those kind of collections. $29.99, 288 pages. Another, man, it seems like they are dropping an Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer every month. This is volume 8. So we're already up to issue 41 of his monthly series. And Symbiote Spider-Man, Alien Reality. This is the follow-up to Symbiote Spider-Man. If you have not read it, it is freaking awesome. It's Peter David and Greg Land on artwork. Continuing the complete collections of Spider-Man, the Gauntlet Volume 2 is coming out. And Star Comics, Top Dog, the complete collection.
I can't wait for that.
You used to get this as a kid?
I have no idea who that is.
You were like 40 when this came out. This is like the kid comics that were coming out, the Star Comics. They've done a couple of I know they've done one collection already, but this is the Top Dog collection, 1 through 14. It seems like they aren't missing anything from Marvel. Seriously, that's the way it feels when you see collections like this.
Yeah,
like eventually you have hope, like, oh, they're gonna eventually collect everything. Acts of Vengeance Marvel Universe. This is mainly the Acts of Vengeance crossover events because I see it collects Fantastic Four and Punisher War Journal. So it's pretty much the plot of Acts of Vengeance is villains get together and they switch superheroes who they fight. So like Captain America fights Magneto, Mandarin fights Wolverine. It's pretty interesting, but the main story was in Avengers and Avengers West Coast. But that's not collected in here. So this is just the crossover events. Savage Avengers. Have you read this?
I haven't. Is this the one with Conan in it?
It's got Conan and Wolverine. I really dug the first volume.
Oh,
it's freaking awesome.
Check this out. That really sounds like a cool team up.
I'm going to do a first look at on my channel for the first volume of Savage Avengers. I really enjoyed what I read. Ditko is Strange. Ditko is getting a king size. I think we knew about this one. So it's one of those king size books. Again, over huge, like the Jim Lee book, $100. Savage Sword of Conan, the original Marvel Years Omnibus. This is one that was leaked, but now we know the content. The content is Savage Sword of Conan, 29 through 44. And Marvel Comics Super Special number 9.
Do they have the DM variant?
Not yet, but usually they don't show that until the solicitations are out for this month. Okay. So we'll look at them early when they come. Like I said, these are things eventually they'll add to. They may move some things around, but I don't see that happening so much. I see them adding a lot more. What is this here? Valkyrie, Jane Foster, Volume 2, co-written by Jason Aaron and Al Ewing, and drawn by Pepe Perez, who I really enjoy.
What a writing team.
And a great writing team. Big fan of both of those. Avengers by Jonathan Hickman, Volume 1, the complete collection. We've seen his Volumes 1 and 2 of Fantastic Four. So here is the complete collection of Hickvengers.
Okay.
And I know people want a reprint of those omnibuses, but, you know, give them some time. Heroes Reborn, Captain America. This is the new printing of, this is the Rob Liefeld, Jeff Loeb. I think James Robinson eventually took over the title. Silver Surfer, Epic Collection, Resurrection. Like when this was leaked last week, people were speculating what it was. And I thought it would be around this time because of this name right here, because there was a 4-issue miniseries called Resurrection in the 90s. So it is Volume 9. It's Silver Surfer 76 through 85 and Annual 6. And then the Warlock, Silver Surfer, and Warlock Resurrection 1 through 4. And Secret Defenders 9 through 10. I forgot the Secret Defenders were around at that time. Now, let's keep going here. Punisher Soviet. Garth, and I haven't read this. This is a new Garth Ennis book?
Ooh, what's this about?
Garth Ennis returns to the world of Punisher. Dozen Russian mobsters lie dead at Frank's feet. But he wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. Okay. You know what? I don't even need to read that. They had me at Garth Ennis. Like Garth
Me
Ennis
too.
Punisher is
This
freaking
one's
awesome.
awesome.
Now we know about the Uncanny X-Men. This is brand new printing, and I've said it on my show before, and I'll say it again. I think this is one of those books that just needs to be evergreen. It always needs to be in print.
Agreed.
Marvel Masterworks, Marvel Team Up Volume 5, and this collects Marvel Team Up 41 through 52, Marvel 2 and 117, Mighty Marvel Bicentennial Calendar 1976, and material from Marvel Treasury Edition 9 and 13. Now, one that I'm very excited about, and I may be the only one, Daredevil Epic Collection Last Rites. None of this stuff has been collected in any kind of collected editions with the exception of the Last Rites story, which is 296, 97, 98, 99, and 300, I think is what it was. It was only 4 or 5 issues. But it's like the Fall of the Kingpin storyline. It's freaking awesome. And it's towards the tail end of Ann Nocenti.
Mm-hmm.
And DG Chichester. Good gosh, of course I have to pronounce that. He's the writer that took over that run, and he's the one that gave us Fall from Grace. I like this stuff. This is the stuff from like the early 90s. I enjoyed this. So and I love Epic Collection, so I look forward to those. Then we are getting the Infinity Gauntlet in a Marvel Select format. And then I have to skip some pages, so give me 1 second. I wrote this down.
Whoa, quick.
Man, I'm good. Okay, so collecting more of the Epic collections, we have Conan Chronicles Epic Collection, Horrors Beneath the Stones. So this collects stuff that if you have the King Conan Omnibus, this is the stuff that was not collected in there. That makes sense. This is the stuff in between this Conan the Cimmerian and the King Conan, huge colossal omnibuses. So keep that in mind. And it's been collected in from Dark Horse, but Marvel has never collected it. And if you have if you just have those 3 Omnis, you might want this too because it fits right in.
Good to know that.
Avengers Epic Collection, The Beachhead Earth, and we kind of guessed what this was going to be. I think Kurt and I did. And it's Avengers 77 through 97 and Incredible Hulk 140. A mad shout out to Kurt. He owns this Epic Marvel podcast show. It's really good to listen to.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus is getting a new printing. People think everyone complained about the binding of the other one. I think that was a big thing. And now we're getting a new printing with, I'm sure, better binding because they are aware of the issue. So collecting the exact same stuff. So there you go, guys. Whoever did not buy those when they came out. Whoever's impatient and FOMO, like Jess and I.
Yeah.
Marvelverse Captain America. This is another one of those little graphic novels. One that sneaked in that nobody knew about that was going to be made. It's Adventure into Fear. This is part of the horror stuff. But this is Marvel Comics Adventures into Fear Omnibus, collecting Fear 1 through 31. So you have people like Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Steve Gerber, Bill Mantlo, and then you have Jack Kirby on art, Steve Ditko. You know, it's got a lot of good Marvel, and you know the restoration, or if you've seen my channel or if you own any of these, you know how the restoration is on these books. They are top notch, absolutely a work of art. Like those guys are how they do it, I don't know. How they have the patience to do it, no idea. But to go through each panel and just make it clean, it looks like it was just printed yesterday. Spider-Ham. This is the new Spider-Ham. We've already had a Peter Porker collection. Now we have the new run by Zeb Wells. X-Men Reload. 2 words. Chuck Austin.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to buy it.
No, you're not.
I am an X-Men completist, and this is literally volume 3. This is the stuff. So I literally did an overview of his last volume. What was it called? The Juggernaut, Trial of the Juggernaut. Yeah. And I was like, in my head, I was already mapping the next complete collection, which is they're going to call Reload. And I was like, they have to include issues of New X-Men, like the post Morrison stuff. They have to put it in there because he did 2 issues of that. And yeah, so they did. And then the title got changed into X-Men. So they are collecting Uncanny X-Men 437 to 443. 155 through 156, and 157 through 164.
Okay, as an X-Men completist, you're
yes, it's Chuck Austin.
Will you read it, or is it just going to sit on your shelf?
Dude, I have read it, and I'll reread it when I do my X-Men reads.
All right, that's fair. I'm not going to get it because you guys have warned me for like the past 5 years not to read anything Chuck Austin.
Well, don't you want to know what all the hype is about, though?
No, I have limited shelf space. I want only the top stuff.
Don't you want to know why people talk about him? But anyway, that all leads into the Chris Claremont stuff.
Yeah, I think
when he came back for a third time.
I'm okay with a gap.
All right. You're not going to know about Nurse Annie or Sammy the Fish Boy. That's on you, fool.
Sammy the Fish Boy. Somehow my life will go on.
X-Men Milestone Second Coming. So we knew about Necrosha, and now we're also getting Second Coming. So this is the stuff that finishes out. It's like the bookend to the Messiah complex. And it finishes out all that stuff. It's got beautiful, beautiful artwork. It's got David Finch, Mike Choi, Terry Dodson, Greg Land, Ezad Ribic draw some of this. I think Clayton Crane was gone by this time. I think his big thing was Necrosha. And then X-Men Avengers Onslaught is getting a trade paperback. This is volume 2. We knew about volume 1. Oz, the complete collection. Ozma, Dorothy and the Wizard. This is the graphic novel stuff. So it's the smaller scale stuff. And Spider-Gwen, Amazing Powers graphic novel. So now is a good time to remind everybody not to forget to hit that like button, please. Please hit that like, smash that like button, and make sure that you are also subscribed to the channel. And what else was there? And I do something else. Oh, yeah. And really quick, here is a quick word from our sponsor. This specific segment is brought to you by cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as promptful and helpful service. And for you mentees, if you've never gone there, tell them that Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and they'll give you a free shipping credit on your next order. So cheapgraphicnovels.com, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And that is where I got my What If collection volume 1, the last one on the planet.
Yeah, they
I got lucky.
Those books go out of print, man. It's crazy. All right, now let's do it. Let's continue. We got July and what else? What's the other month? August. Let's do it. July and August. Thank you for sticking with us. Let me know when you all can see July.
We can see it.
All right.
Spider-Man and Spider-Ham.
Spider-Man and Spider-Ham. This is the Spider-Verse stuff. This is some of the classic stuff, and it's also the graphic novel stuff for kids. So
it's kid stuff. Okay.
It's smaller scale. I don't say it's just for kids, whatever. I said kids. Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Spider-Women, Spider-Ladies, if you will. So collecting Spider-Woman and then What Ifs and things like that. Let's see what else we got. Ruins of Ravencroft. This is a part of the Absolute Carnage stuff, I think. Yeah. Ruins of Ravencroft Carnage. And, okay, so this is just the Insane Asylum. Ooh, I do like Frank Terry, though. Ravencroft trade paperback, also by Frank Terry. So it's the one-shots and the trade paperback Ravencroft. Spider-Man, the Black Cat Strikes. Let's see Mon Bianchi on the cover.
Black Cat legend I just got. Okay, that's enough.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I'm to show it.
Dennis Hopeless and Luca Maresca. Conan, the original Marvel Years Omnibus, Volume 4. So.
Okay.
Collecting Conan the Barbarian, 84 through 115, Annual 4 through 5, and What If number 13. So this book is $125, 880 pages. Continuing this awesome hype. that lives up to its name, Conan. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, is getting a Marvel Select edition. And if you went past me and went right here, you saw that Solomon Kane is getting an omnibus. Solomon Kane's another one of those Robert E. Howard properties. And there was an article, I want to say a couple of months ago, that talked about how they just got the properties back at Marvel. So some people, including me, were speculating, oh, I'm sure they're going to plan on doing some stuff with Solomon Kane. So Solomon Kane is getting an omnibus. It's the original Marvel year. So it collects Marvel Premiere 32 and 34, Solomon Kane 1 through 6, part of the Conan saga, which he wasn't in Conan, but he was in one of the anthology parts. Dracula Lives, Cull and the Barbarians 2 through 3, Marvel Preview 19, Monsters Unleashed 1, Savage Sword of Conan, all of those.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. $100, 624 pages, but it's the classic Robert E. Howard. Roy Thomas, because that man was writing everything at the time. Howard Chaykin, Brett Blevins, Mike Mignola. I love this guy's artwork, but I can never pronounce his name. John Bogdanove.
Keep trying.
Bogdanove. Nope, not. I'm done. Arrow and Sword Master, Marvel Team Up trade paperback. These are characters that first appear in the War of the Realms in the Agents of Atlas stuff, and they went on to do their own series. So this is stuff by Greg Pak. Heroes Reborn, Iron Man. We knew that that was coming because we had Captain America and Avengers. But didn't see this coming. Heroes Reborn, The Return Omnibus. So this collects the 4-issue miniseries, the Thor Annual, the Heroes Reborn, Doomsday one-shot, Masters of Evil, Remnants, Young Allies, Fantastic Four, 25, Doom, the miniseries, Doom, the Emperor Returns, Thunderbolts, 51 through 52. Oh, wait a minute. Hell, that's the first time a lot of these issues of Thunderbolts have been collected in omnibus format.
Ooh.
Thunderbolts is one of my most wanted Marvel omnis.
Yeah.
So,
I heard a lot of people say that.
Exiles, which is one of those quantum leap type of books, to explain it to Jess, but featuring X-Men from different dimensions and different timelines, and they go and try to fix time. So they go into the Heroes Reborn universe. Onslaught Reborn, that is the miniseries, also collected in oversized format, also collected in that Rob Liefeld omnibus. And then Onslaught Unleashed, 1 through 4. Marvel Spotlight, Heroes Reborn, Onslaught Reborn. So it is $125, 1,136 pages. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me about this book, so I hope it makes a lot of people happy because people don't like when books like this are orphaned. So it's Ben Reilly Omnibus Volume 2. So there you go. Ease your mind. Collecting the remaining parts of the Ben Reilly saga and finishing off the notorious Clone Saga. So if you're following, you have Spider-Man Clone Saga Volume 1 Omnibus, Volume 2 Omnibus, then Ben Reilly Volume 1 Omnibus, and here it is. Finishing it off with the, what was it, the 4-issue crossover event. It's called Revelations, I think. But Sensational Spider-Man 4 through 11, Amazing Spider-Man 411 through 418. So all this stuff right here, you can see. Including, so if you have like the complete collections, it includes pretty much all that stuff. Oversized format, $125, 1,304 pages. It's a big book.
That is a big hunk.
But there you go. It's finally there, guys. Now that they're done with the Clone Saga, what are they going to do next, huh? Maybe Spider-Man 2099. Maybe some Dan Slott Spider-Man. Oh, man. You know,
you're going to show us?
No. I don't know what it is. I'm just guessing, man.
Oh, I thought you were going for a big reveal.
No. Sorry, I don't have that. I didn't mean to keep your hopes up. I was just guessing. My bad. Marvel Spider-Man
2099 is coming up.
Okay, maybe. I hope so. How about that? Marvel Spider-Man poster book. Okay, I do have a Spider-Man related omnibus in the August solicitations. How about that?
Okay, good.
Marvel Monograph, The Art of Jimmy Chung. I love these monographs. I think they're great books. And artist-centric is the way to go. Ant-Man World Hive trade paperback. And let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Give me 1 second. Almost messed it up. This one has a lot of Star Wars, so I got to go all the way here. So Marvel Zombies Resurrection. And then we have Excalibur. Remember when I said these are coming out in trade paperback as well? So here's Excalibur Volume 2.
So that's like Excalibur Volume 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Dawn of X stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Marauders Volume 2. Those are both trade paperbacks. Hellstorm Evil Origins trade paperback. Collecting Ghost Rider 1 and 2, Spotlight 12 through 13, Son of Satan 8. This one here is $24.99, so 192 pages. And then we have Hellstorm, Prince of Lies. This collects the 93 series before the Warren Ellis series, because that was made into an omnibus. And what else do we have? Avengers of the Wasteland, trade paperback. Ed Brisson, I like that guy. Shang-Chi, Master Kung Fu. This just has a bunch of stuff from the 90s and then the 2000s. So it has X-Men when that was by Scott Lobdell and Carlos Pacheco, I want to say. And then Heroes for Hire, Shadowland, and then Secret Avengers and Avengers. Silver Surfer Parable is getting a trade paperback edition, 30th anniversary. It's available in that oversized 30th anniversary edition, which is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Immortal Hulk Volume 7, collecting Immortal Hulk 31 through 35. Amazing Spider-Man The Daily Bugle. This is collecting the 2020 series, where we are looking way into the future. Issues 1 through 5. Matt Johnson and Mac Shader. Black Widow Epic Collection. This is the second half of the omnibus. So the first half, I think, comes out, or it was in the January solicitations. Marvel, The World Outside Your Window. I really like this book. I did an overview of the hardcover. So if you want to,
can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's collections when like Marvel characters interact with real life events, right?
Probably so sort of like Marvels. Is it similar to Marvels?
No. Like they're taking different comics from different times, and like the Incredible Hulk issue 420 is when. Dang, I can't. That's a big spoiler. A character dies of something. Dang. Okay. The big one that people probably know is Amazing Spider-Man 36, right, from the 90s series. It's the World Trade Center issue. So it's when
they deal with real life issues.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
So that's what that is. Black Panther Book 9, The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda Book 4. That is a kind of confusing title. Book 4, Book 9. Got it. All right, let's look at some epics. New Mutants Epic Collection Cable, trade paperback. So featuring New Mutants 86 through 94, New Mutants Annual 5 and 6, and the Summer Special 1, and then material from X Factor Annuals 5 and X-Men Annual 14. Now, New Mutants only went up to 100 issues, right? So what could they possibly collect in the last epic? Well, I'm thinking like what they're doing with X-Force, and I'm answering my own question here. They're going to include the entire Extinction Agenda in that epic collection. Kind of like in X-Force, they included the entire Executioner song, and they're going to include Annual number 7 in the Kings of Pain storyline. So all of X-Force, or I'm sorry, New Mutants that leads in the X-Force will be collected in 8 volumes. So this is volume 7. And we have another epic collection, Proteus. This is Uncanny X-Men. Well, when it was adjectiveless X-Men. 111 through 128 and Annual 3, and Marvel Team Up 89 and Incredible Hulk Annual 7. X-Men Milestones, Age of X. I did not see this one coming, honestly. I didn't know Age of X was that popular, but it was because it was during the X-Men Legacy years. Let's see. Hawkeye Freefall, trade paperback, collecting issues 1 through 6 of the 2020 Matthew Rosenberg series. Looking way into the future. Eternals by Neil Gaiman and John Romita Jr. hardcover.
Okay.
So this, you thought it was the omnibus.
I thought there was something else.
No, this is the 2006 series, the 7-issue miniseries by Neil Gaiman and John Romita Jr. Guess because of the movie, they're trying to, get their characters out there. Thor by Donny Cates is getting a trade paperback. I think we all saw that coming, but this is some of the interior artwork. Nick Klein. Digging that cover.
That is cool.
By Oliver Copiel. Winter Soldier by Ed Brubaker, the complete collection. So this collects the Winter Soldier series Ed Brubaker did and Fear itself. And one that was previously collected as Marvel Treasury editions, but I'm glad they're getting an omnibus, is all 3 of the X-Men Grand Designs are coming out in omnibus format. 488 pages, $100. So I didn't know it was an omnibus. I thought it was just going to be a hardcover. So
I need to read the second 2 of those. I've read number 1, but I need to read 2 and 3.
They are quite excellent for newbies and for people that consider themselves X-Men historians. Black Cat. Look at that cover by Jeffrey Scott Campbell. This is the Black Cat Annual 1 and then Black Cat 6 through 10. So that's the second series. She-Hulk by Dan Slott Omnibus. Ooh. This is one that was leaked, but now it brings me so much joy to tell you exactly what's in this omnibus. So it's $100, 824 pages. It collects the first 12 issue or the 12 issue maxi series of 2004, and then the ongoing 1 through 21, and then Marvel Western's Two Gun Kid from 2006. So that's what it collects.
You know why that's important?
Because there's a She-Hulk TV series.
No, because volume 2 is going for like $100 on eBay.
Oh, the complete collection. Yeah, you guys are crazy.
Way out of print. This is major league. Good news for people that have been wanting to read it.
Yeah, so there you go. You don't have to pay $100 for the complete collection. You can just get the omnibus. And it brings me so much pleasure to keep continuing these Marvel Masterworks. This is Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four, Volume 22. My goodness. 22 volumes of this. That's insane. I had volumes 1 through 5. Sold them years ago, and they're now getting into issues 250. So this is the stuff from John Byrne. That's where they're at. So it collects 241 through 250 and Silver Surfer 1 and material from What If 36 and Marvel Fanfare 2. We're still in July? Man, July's a big month.
Yeah, July. Yeah.
Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. Complete Collection Volume 2. So this is the follow-up to that complete collection.
This should make Trigonosis happy. He's a big Peter Porker fan.
All right. Well, shout out to our boy Trigonosis. He was one of the winners of the X-Men giveaway contest. So Peter Porker, Spectacular Spider-Ham. This is the second complete collection. Awesome. And guess what?
Oh!
Nope. This is the Eternals by Jack Kirby, the complete collection.
Trade paperback.
1 through 19 and annual number 1.
Damn it, I thought it was an omnibus.
Again. Sorry. That's on me. Star? I don't even know what this is. This is by Kelly Thompson. She's a breakout character from Captain Marvel. Okay. So, hey, I like Kelly Thompson. Atlantis Attacks. Don't get too excited. This is the new Atlantis Attacks. This is the 2025 issue miniseries.
Atlantis Attacks again? What's their problem?
Atlantis is always attacking. They're always arguing, dude. It's Atlantis, and they face Atlas. It's King Namor. Hey, it's Greg Pak, guy that brought us Planet Hulk, World War Hulk. So he's a great writer.
He is. He's a good guy, too. He was really cool at Baltimore.
Yeah, he came up and said hi to Brian K. Vaughan. That was one of the highlights. Okay, I've already skipped the Star Wars stuff, so I can't mess this one up. But now we're in the month of August. And just in case you're now joining, there is some stuff that have been left out, such as Star Wars I can't talk about. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other books they're going to put in. So if you're waiting on something, just we'll make an announcement whenever they get us. And look forward every month. I do an advanced look at their solicitations. That will tell you which books they put in, whether it's a reprint or whether it's a brand new omnibus. Marvel loves to surprise us. So Conan, Battle for the Serpent Crown. This is the miniseries by Saladin, Ahmed, and Luke Ross. I really like both of those. Issues 1 through 5 of the 2020 series. Old Man Hawkeye is getting a complete collection. So if you're waiting around for that, there it is. All 12 issues.
Who writes that?
Ethan Sachs. But the artist is what really carries it. Marco Cicchetto. He's got the Punisher stuff. He's an amazing artist. Now, if you were listening, Jess, I told you by the end of this, I will tell you how to collect Absolute Carnage. So keep that in mind.
You did.
Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes is getting a complete collection. I wish they would do some Danny Ketch stuff. I would love Danny Ketch epics, but that's just me. Epic collection. This is the Fury of the Firebrand Iron Man. So here we have Iron Man 25 through 46 and Daredevil 73. So that right there would be volume 4, I think. Is it volume 4? Let's see, 26. Yep, that's volume 4. Cool. Marvel Masterworks, The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 22. My goodness, we're getting into the Roger Stern stuff now. If we're looking at 237 too. So collecting Amazing Spider-Man 224 and 237 and annual 16. Marvel Comics Guide to Collecting Comics and material from the Handbook of the Marvel Universe, which they've done an omnibus of.
Very quick question about Marvel Masterworks.
Yes, sir.
Do they go no matter if it's collected elsewhere, like in Omnis and everything? I mean,
what do you mean?
If are Marvel Masterworks like a world unto themselves that they just get collected, even if like Amazing Spider-Man is all collected in omnibus format, they'll still put out Marvel Masterworks collecting all the same stuff, only in Marvel Masterworks form?
Oh yeah, Marvel Masterworks are one of those lines that they continue no matter what.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's been collected in Epic Collection. It doesn't matter if it's been collected in trade paperback or omnibus. Marvel Masterworks are their own beast. That's why people that have had those volumes, and when they go out of print, very much like omnibuses and Epic Collections or trades, they go for a lot of money. So people that have been holding on to them since volume 1, they have this wonderful shelf of Masterworks, and they look nice. It's just they slowly come out, you know. And I like bigger books, but that's just me. Swordmaster. God of War Returns, Swordmaster. This is collecting issues 7 through 12. Iron Man 2020 is going to be huge. Marvel's planning some kind of event over there. So this collects the Iron Man 2020 series by Dan Slott and Christos Gage. And art, I love Pete Woods. He's one of my favorite artists too. So that's a big event at Marvel because they're also doing this stuff here. And it's I love the way that they're doing the hidden messages here. They're speaking in binary. So if anybody speaks binary, care to translate what that says. But it does tell you what it collects. It just doesn't tell you who the author is, who the artist is, or what it is exactly. What the storyline is. Pretty sneaky way of hiding things in there. So there's a couple of those series, Machine Revolution and Force Works. Oh, actually, no, this one, EXE. Weapon EXE, Iron Hardened Rescue. Okay. Arrow 2. This is another character, I think, that spun out of the War of the Realms book that I was talking about by Greg Pak. Avengers Academy is finally getting a complete collection, Volume 3. So, yes, that is great news. The last one, I think, came out 2 years ago, I want to say. Incredible Hercules is getting a follow-up. It's Volume 2, complete collection. And Spider-Girl, the complete collection, Volume 3, collecting one of the most underrated runs by the great Tom DeFalco, Paddle Leaf, and Ron Friends. This is one of... Nobody really talks about this run, but I love it. She is May Parker, the daughter of Peter Parker, so it's like one of those, what were they called? Marvel 2 characters, but she's the one that just stayed for a long time because her stories were awesome. DeFalco was killing it. For Deviant Saga, this is a new printing. Collecting the Rob Brody Deviant Saga 2011 series. It's 5 issues. Eternals to Defy the Apocalypse. Eternals 1 through 9. And this is the follow-up series to the Neil Gaiman series. This is by the Knopf brothers, Charles and Daniel. They did the TV show Carnival. I don't know if you watched that on HBO or not.
No.
That was great. Strike Force Volume 2. We don't have any of the variants yet. I just saw somebody asking that question. Teeny Howard, those will be revealed month by month. So when I get the advanced look at the February Marvel solicitations, they should have all the variants there. And maybe some more omnibuses. Marvel's X. This is the Jim Krueger follow-up to Earth X. Alex Ross. interesting. Wait, does he do the covers?
For Marvels? What is that?
It's Marvel's X. It's a follow-up to Earth X, the Earth X trilogy.
Oh.
Huh. It's a different artist, though. Velibor Stanovijevic. Oh, gosh. Nope.
Keep going.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1. This is the new Guardians of the Galaxy. We just found out that Al Ewing was taking over after Donny Cates leaves and goes to Thor. But here it is, the first 6 issues already. Hopefully, Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates will get an oversized hardcover. And right off the tails of Hick Avengers Volume 1 Complete Collection, we get Complete Collection Volume 2. That's quick, because Fantastic Four was a year apart. So they are pumping these out quicker.
Oh, Freddie Alonso says, I need Strike Force because it has Angela in the team. Thank you, Freddie.
Well, there you go. Now you go and buy that book. Avengers West Coast Epic Collection, Tales to Astonish. This is Volume 3 of that series. So collecting West Coast Avengers 25 through 37. Annual 2 and Avengers Annual 16. And then Marvel graphic novel Emperor Doom. Marvel Art of Savage Sword of Conan. They've done a Art of Conan hardcover, so this is the follow-up series to the Savage Sword. Falcon and Winter Soldier trade paperback. I didn't even know this was a series, but I guess because of the TV show, series. X-Force Volume 2. X-Men Volume 2 trade paperback. This is the new stuff, by the way. So collecting the second half of the story, so 7 through 12. New Mutants Volume 2. Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane graphic novel. These are the kids' size books. Donny Cates is getting his own Marvel Select in Venom 1 through 6, collecting the first 6 issues of Venom in Rex. Venom Rex. And here you go, Jess. The best way to collect Absolute Carnage is to buy Absolute Carnage Omnibus.
Wow.
There you go.
I'm excited.
No need to go and get your trade paperbacks, but here you go. Absolute Carnage Omnibus. That's, by the way, the very first time I've seen the word absolute and omnibus in the same sentence. I'm sure somewhere DC is pissed. Like, dang it, they did it first.
That's exciting. What's in this?
So this collects the 5-issue miniseries, Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool miniseries, Absolute Carnage Captain Marvel, the one-shot with Immortal Hulk, Symbiote Spider-Man, Symbiote of Vengeance, Lethal Protectors miniseries, the Avengers one-shot, the Miles Morales miniseries, Weapon Plus one-shot, Scream that you were looking at earlier. You were like, how am I going to collect all this? Separation Anxiety, and then the issues of Amazing Spider-Man, the crossover, 291 and 30 through 29 through 31, and then Venom 17 through 20.
This is awesome.
It is very awesome.
Is this an exclusive that you're announcing it?
Sure. Yes. No, I mean, nobody else knew about this yet. This wasn't in the catalog yet, so this is the first time.
Uncanny Omar exclusive.
So if you're watching this live, this is the first time it's being announced. So it's $75. That's another big thing. 776 pages. I'm shocked that this went straight to Omnibus instead of oversized hardcover. But I mean, the sales of the book was so good. I no reason why. So it lives up to the hype. Jess and I read the first issue. We reviewed it on the channel with our buddy Comics Guide 101, and we both loved it. Yeah, and I read the remaining series. I didn't read all the tie-in issues or all the miniseries, but the main series was freaking awesome, and he is killing it on Venom. So I'm glad they included the issues of Amazing Spider-Man and Venom. So that's cool.
I'm definitely getting it.
So there you go.
I love that first issue.
Here's maybe the cover, but this could change, and maybe there's going to be a direct market cover, but Black Panther and Agents of Wakanda Volume 2 trade paperback.
Who is that on the cover?
I don't know, dude. I'm not reading Black Panther Agents of Wakanda. This is a 2019 series.
On there. Who's the chick in the black corset?
I don't know, but I like that she caught your attention.
I did notice Deadpool too.
And then we are getting another hardcover, Black Panther Volume 3, Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda Part 1. So collecting Black Panther, the Code series 1 through 12. Marvel Verse Venom This is the graphic novel stuff, little kid-size books, and this is something new that has never been collected anywhere. This is Marvel Classics Omnibus. This is collecting issues 13 through 36. Do you know what this is?
I don't remember seeing this growing up.
Okay, so what this is like books like retelling books like Moby Dick and the Iliad, Frankenstein. But so Marvel did this. You know, we've seen it in manga and we've seen it several places, but this was a series in the late 70s. Like the first 12 issues aren't collecting here because I want to say those first 12 issues were just reprints of whoever was doing this before Marvel, like Pendulum Comics maybe. But this is every bit of the Marvel collection. So this is issues 13 through 36. This hasn't been collected in Epic format. It's never been collected in Marvel Masterworks. It is literally jumping into omnibus format. And it's got talent by Chris Claremont, Bill Mantlo, Michael Golden on art. Oh man, Doug Moink. Help me out here, Jess.
Forget it.
Oh, come on, man. But anyway, never been collected before. It's the Marvel Classics Omnibus. So all these pages are going to be restored. I want to say each one of these were like supersized books that were like 50-something pages. So it's 1,264 pages, $150. And that, let me get back to this. Stop screen sharing. How's everybody doing? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Okay, so what I did not see that I know a lot of people saw on the catalog is the Immortal Hulk Volume 2 hardcover. Now, like I said, now they could have moved that to another date. They could have moved it to September of next year, or perhaps they're going to add it later on at an earlier date. Like I said, these are the catalogs that they gave me, and if you join us every month when I do this, they literally add things to the catalog. So they add either a reprint or maybe some new omnibuses, but that's everything they gave me. Why did Marvel Comics Classics 1 through 12 get left out? Because, like I said, I think they were just colored versions of the black and white reprints of those classics retelling. That's what those are. No Eternal Omnis reprint yet. I like that word. Yet. We don't know yet. Complete and epics look cool. I hate trade paperback. It was in the Hachette catalog. So, like I said, they could have moved it to another date. As far as Immortal Hulk Volume 2. But that's one that I remember seeing that people were excited about that wasn't in any of the pages that I had. Well, I'll look back again. I don't think I skipped any because I specifically just skipped the Star Wars stuff. Let's see if we have some more questions. Nashville, you're too kind, my friend. I meant to listen say the future is now.
I just wanted to address Lord Overlord. I like my first name. You don't like your first name? He also is named Jess. I rarely meet anybody named Jess. I'm sorry you don't like your first name.
I'm sorry, man.
See, Jess and Omar, you never hear anybody named Jess or Omar.
I hear a lot of people named Omar.
Oh, there are?
Yeah.
Well,
I hang out around with a lot of Latinos, though.
Oh.
I
don't.
Wasn't in the War of the Realms tie-in either, so it's between the two. I wonder what title they're talking. There's a lot of talk in the chat, trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Venom number 16 collected if it's not in the Omni? Maybe in its own in its own hardcover when it comes out, when Volume 2 comes out. Saving mad money next year, thanks, Marvel. Omar, please use your most wanted Omni magic and get us New Warriors Volume 2 Omni with ECSN Robertson.
He would love that.
That's in my top 3, man. Like, I think I joke around with David. By the way, a huge shout out to David from David Gabriel from Marvel Comics for sending me these. He's so nice. He goes way above anything I ever ask. He's such a nice dude. But anyway, I joke around with David, like, when am I going to get that New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2? He always says this maybe one day. Right.
Oh,
And
Lord Overlord. I totally get it. I always get called Jeff, and I hate it when people call me Jesse. I do totally get that. I am with you 100% in that corner. I'm like, hey, my name is Jess, not Jesse.
I'm all right. I had some friends that changed their names because it was like difficult to say, but I was like, you know what? My mom and dad gave me this name. I'm okay with it. Is everything okay, or is there more? Is that everything? That's all I have. So, like I said, if you join me every month when I do the upcoming month solicitations, they add things to it. So there's going to be more. I always tell people that too. Whenever I was doing, before even Marvel reached out to me, when I was doing the solicitations for 2019, like a lot of people were like, "Is that it? That sucks." And I was like, "Guys, it's just the beginning." They always like to put things in later on, like month by month.
Oh, that's right. A Week in Geekdom second. Middle name is Omar. I forgot about that.
So you know, 2 Omars, Jess.
2 Omars.
My favorite cousin's name is Jess. There you go, Jess. That make you feel better. When are we going to get Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2? Oh, man, I love answering those questions. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Like, I've known about She-Hulk for months, and I couldn't say a word, but I don't know about Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2. We don't even have a reprint of Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 yet. Do you guys think we'll get Avengers by Aaron and Spidey and Spencer by Spencer in OHC anytime soon? Man, okay, so here's the thing. I didn't realize there was a big demand for OHC format until I started doing the videos of like Venom and Immortal Hulk and Black Bolt. Because I thought OHC went away and they were just going to focus on trade paperbacks and move them over to Omnibus if they chose to. I didn't know there was a high demand for OHCs until I started reading those comments. And man, sure enough, people really love those. So how about I can always ask and, and see.
It's my favorite format.
OHC? Yeah. It's oversized format and it's,
easy to read.
It's a lot thinner, 12 to 18 issues.
Yeah. I'd much rather read like 5
OHCs instead of 1 omnibus.
Yeah.
You're so weak, Jess. Gotta work your arms out. Pick up 2 of those colossal Conans and just start. It's worth getting a hernia.
I just had one fixed.
Old people talk. When are the Avengers collections coming out? One is coming out in June and the other one's coming out in August. So back to back, volume 1 and 2. That's awesome. You don't have to wait a year. Any word on a Superior Spider-Man omnibus, or should I just get custom bind? I don't know anything about that, seriously. But I also hate to tell people go ahead and custom bind it. Then next month they'll be like, "There's a Superior Spider-Man omnibus," and I'm gonna feel like a jackass. But I mean, they're your books, right? Do you have the oversized hardcovers? Because I think those are good enough if you can find those.
Boy, those are super rare now all of a sudden.
Oh, see, yeah. I really thought, honestly, if I was a betting man, I really thought they were going to do Superior Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, I held off on buying those hardcovers because I knew for sure there was one coming. They're going to do Superior Spider-Man omnibus. Nope. And then same thing with all new Wolverine. I was like, I know they're going to do one. She's a popular character and she's in the movie.
Oh, they did trades?
Yeah, the trades of all new Wolverine. I thought they were going to do one for sure, but they didn't. They haven't announced one. Or Spider-Gwen, right? I think she was a popular character, or Gwenpool for that matter. But I'm pretty sure Omar's blinking is Morse code. You guys are gonna go crazy trying to figure out things. I really don't know. Look, my eyes are bug-eyed open. Like, I really don't know about those books you're asking me about. Every day somebody asks me about something, and usually my answer is I don't know. Because I really don't. All New Wolverine Omnibus was amazing. You're absolutely right.
I love that movie. That's one of my top 12 books ever. I love that thing.
Told you would like it. It's right up your alley, man.
You're right. 100%.
Let me take a couple more questions and we can call it a day. Still no Omnibus is filling in the gaps between Uncanny X-Men Volume 3 and Mutant Massacre. Look, I'll make you all a deal. As soon as Marvel tells me there's going to be an Uncanny X-Men Volume 4, I'm going to drive from work, or if I'm working from home, I'm going to drop what I'm doing. I don't care if I'm asleep. I don't care if I'm having dinner with my wife or I'm out to dinner with my wife. I'm going to do a live video
at my house.
Yeah, I'm going to drive to Jess's house all 8 hours. Pull out wherever I am. I'll pull my phone out and be like, look, Uncanny X-Men Volume 4 is coming out. Believe me, that's one that I would love to announce, but I know absolutely zero on that one. But the fact that they're releasing the Masterworks gives me hope that it should be sometime soon. Anywhere on Sorcerer Supreme 3? Not yet, sir. Not yet. Where damn shame about the new 52 Batman Omnibus.
Boy, I don't know that I've heard a book complained about that much since like the Hawkman Omni.
I haven't gotten mine yet. I think mine comes in on Friday and I was gonna do a video on it. I don't think there's any saving that book. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the competition during a Marvel book video, but it's been over 10 years. Get your formula together, damn it. These books are not $35 books. They're 100. How much was that book? 125, I think. They should be built better. So, I don't know. We'll see. I hope they get it all fixed by the time Man of Steel Omnibus comes out. Yes, Nash Villains. Even if I'm in the bathroom, as soon as I get an email from David, break the juice in the bathroom stall. People next to me be like, "What is this fool talking about? Is he streaming on YouTube?" You damn right I am, because I made a promise that I would break the news no matter where I was. Let's see. Question: is the solicited PDF available for download and read again later? Great channel, by the way. Love it. No, Arthur. It's just emails that come between David and I. I don't really download them. I can post some things on our Facebook or Instagram if you want. I can always ask. Marvel will probably love hearing about that Snyder Omnibus problem. Let's see. Let me look through here. Let me take a couple more questions. FF Hickman reprints. I hear those would be in high demand. Yeah, I'm sure those will come. I mean, honestly, they sold out. The Fantastic Four Hickman stuff sold out years ago and have been out of print for a couple of years. Volume 1 more so. And the complete collections have been coming out. And I think Volume 1 and 2 are out. I think when they do 3, they might announce a reprint. Hopefully. I don't know. That's just me speculating again. And I've been wrong a lot. This is a good question. Jess, did you pull the trigger on the Crisis box?
I did not. I'm not going to get it because I had several reasons. Because I decided that I really didn't like the event anyway.
It only took you since 1984 to decide that you didn't like the event.
I remember reading the event back in 84, 85. I have the absolute of the main event. I'm not really that thrilled with it. The tie-ins are a bunch of just so, I don't know. They're not that. The tie-ins are not that interesting to me.
Okay.
I have all the Crisis on Multiple Earth books already. And I have the main event, and it's not that interesting. Tie-ins aren't that interesting, and it was an awful lot of money for me to drop on a set that I just wasn't that excited about when it came right down to it. It was not a crossover that I was that excited about. I really, really decided that it was not interesting to me.
Okay. So no, he didn't. And yes, it will be at his house next week. When he forgot he ordered it. You think the Dawn of X anthology trade paperbacks will be successful? Last time they tried that was with A-Force Presents. I have no idea. I honestly didn't even know about the A-Force stuff from 2016. So I guess we'll see. I'm curious too because this is as far as I know the first time they've done a trade paperback for each issue. So issue 1 will all be collected in one trade paperback. Issue 5 will be collected in one trade paperback. And on top of that, they're also releasing individual trades for each series. So, see, Avengers, Busiek, and Perez Volume 1 reprint would be great too. Bring back A-Force.
I agree with that. A-Force is a great book. I love that book. That was fun.
I thought it was a fun book. So we don't know what the variant cover is for the John Byrne She-Hulk Omni because I saw it solicited. Not yet.
I'm happy with the cover that I see where she's on there saying, "I'll rip up all your X-Men comics."
I think that's the standard edition. Yeah.
The
cool cover should be something different. I hope they will collect Mark Spector Moon Knight series one day. Maybe an Epic Volume 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. That stuff will be awesome too. That new X-Force will be dope. I haven't read X-Force yet. I need to.
Is that the new X-Force?
Uh-huh. I've read Marauders, X-Men, and Excalibur. I haven't read X-Force yet. Immortal Iron Fist Omnibus is one of the last ones I need. Yeah, that one's been out of print for years. I don't know if that one sold really good though when it originally came out. When are we ever going to get a Moon Knight Omni? They stopped canceling that dude's show. Like, I swear, he has the worst luck getting a TV show or a movie. Let's see. She appeared. Oh, so Kim, and she appears in the last page of G. Willow's Miss Marvel.
Singularity does?
Yeah, apparently.
I haven't finished Ms. Marvel.
So X-Force and New Mutants issue 1 came out today. They're great. I haven't read those yet. Hopefully I get them, and then I was going to do a big review of all the first 6 issues when they come out. All right, we got time for one more question, and then I got to go. Presume Marvel will have smart comic select line that is curated by Omar. Yeah, New Warriors, X-Men. They sure want to put me on that line. Smart comics for smart people. I'll get fired on my first day. No, I'll put Nth Man out there, an Nth Man Omnibus, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell is Nth Man?" And that was one of the best damn comic books ever. I wonder, speaking of Miss Marvel, I wonder if they'll ever do a Miss Marvel Omnibus Volume 2. Because they have the 3 hardcovers already from G. Willow's run. I wonder if they'll ever collect that.
No, she's getting a live action show, right?
I thought it was a cartoon.
Oh, it's a cartoon?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that. That was my co-host Amanda that used to do that. I really don't. Yes, New Warriors. Power Pack King Size Edition. Omar. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I demand. Power Pack King Size Edition. I'll be gone in a week. Thank you for watching, Lordo. Thank you all for watching. Okay, so it is a live action. There you go. Look.
It might be. Yeah.
Live action.
Oh, Disney Plus. I cannot wait for you.
You know you can share that with up to 6 people, right, Jess? Now, that's Morse code.
That's Morse code right there.
How about a Sergeant Rock Omnibus? Yes. Yes, all over that.
Sergeant Rock, that's DC. You're thinking of Sergeant Fury.
Sergeant Fury. Hey, Omar, you got a New Warriors Omni overview on NMC? No, I don't. But you know what? I think it's time I do that. I'm gonna take a little break from the channel. I'm gonna take a week off to read some stuff that I've been wanting to read. Now videos will be dropping on the channel, but because I've already pre-recorded them. Unless I get breaking news that Uncanny X-Men 4 comes out. And then I'll break the news. I'll come out of my little break. So I want a Darkhawk Omnibus. That'll be one I get. A NAM Omnibus? That'd be awesome. Tell Marvel we need a question Omnibus. Y'all got me with the Sergeant Rock at first. Question. They're gonna be like, man, we gotta stop talking to this fool. He's demanding the question. Still waiting on a David Michelini 3rd Omnibus. I say we'll get one eventually. I don't know how many years it might take because we got that the Spider-Man versus Venom Omnibus, but I think we'll get one. Okay. That is it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this live look at the Marvel comics coming out, or collected editions coming out in May all the way through August. So that's been a lot of fun. Like I said, they'll probably sneak a bunch in, or not sneak, but probably put in a bunch more, and we'll find out exactly when Immortal Hulk Volume 2 comes out. I can always ask that question. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Join us on our Redbubble, where we sell our logo on t-shirts and stickers. And we can also be found on Patreon if you can do so. And thank you to this guy right here, Disney Plus guy. Where can people find you, my friend?
You can find me, OmniDog, on OmniDog's Vault on YouTube and on OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. Thank you for having me on your show. It's always a privilege and a pleasure. I love doing it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, man, for joining me. Because when everybody else says no, you're the only guy that says yes. I'm kidding. I love you, man. Thank you for joining me. Seriously.
No, thank you for having me.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Go enjoy the rest of your day.